We have wineries, breweries, cideries. We have your basic shops, liquor store, grocery store, that kind of thing. We have friendly community, and not just, I mean, here, but generally Windsor is the gateway to the Annapolis Valley. So we have the world's highest tides. God, we really have it all.
Hi, I'm Agnes Stawicki, Managing Editor with Comfort Life. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading retirement communities and care providers to uncover insights to community lifestyle, care, culture, and leadership. This includes insights from residents, family members, and administration. This is the Comfort Life Insider Perspective.
The sense of community, really, by and large, is the biggest factor for us. It's great to have neighbors close. We were in a lovely area of 4 acres in the woods that we loved when we built there, and still loved even when we sold. But really, the sense of community, knowing that if we need someone, we can just walk across the street, knock on the door. Someone will give us a hand if we need a hand, I don't know, lifting something or finding something in the area, that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely the sense of community. Because of COVID, a lot of the social events haven't taken place, or we were away for them. There was a Christmas dinner and dance that was really well received. We were away, so we didn't attend. I'm going to come back to the sense of community and neighbors again. The staff here are great as well, and if we needed them, I know that they would be there and glad to give us whatever information or lend a hand in whatever way. But really, it comes back to the sense of community and knowing that we have each other's back. Smaller yard means less maintenance. Again, going back to that 4 acres in the woods with lots of trees to maintain and grass and long driveways, that sort of thing. So really, it's a smaller house, although we have plenty of space. The smaller house means less stuff, less maintenance, less cleaning, more time to do stuff at our cottage or travel or socialize or whatever it is that we want to do with our time, instead of just trying to maintain what we have. So that's really been a plus for us. Definitely the location is the first thing that would come to my mind. We have wineries, breweries, cideries. We have your basic shops, liquor store, grocery store, that kind of thing. We have friendly community, and not just, I mean, here, but generally Windsor is the gateway to the Annapolis Valley. So we have the world's highest tides. God, we really have it all. Biased, yes, I am, but we really do have it all, and that, I think, sets us apart. It's half an hour to Costco if we want to go to Halifax, Dartmouth for more shopping or other shopping that we can't get locally. But really, location, we're, as you say, gateway to the Annapolis Valley, half an hour to the south shore of the province, Chester, Mahone Bay, Lunenburg, some charming villages there. We have friends come and stay with us and say, gosh, you guys, Windsor is the best location that we've seen. Some of our neighbors that have moved here had looked at other communities in Ontario, BC, Quebec, other areas of our province as well, and they've decided to settle here, perhaps because of the homes as well. But by and large, what we're hearing from them is the community, the location of our community. The only impact is that we're closer to family than we were before. So it's easier to get together for a casual supper. They don't have to drive up, a couple of kilometers up the mountain in the winter, which they didn't want to do. So, we can bike back and forth between here in Windsor to my husband's sister's house in Falmouth. We can go over there for supper and back on the same night on our bikes. We don't have to take the car if we don't want to. We're seeing more casual, spontaneous get-togethers with family because we're closer to them now than we were previous. Try it, you'll like it. We were not 100% sure that we would like it here. We thought we would, based on what we've seen, walking around, talking to people. Everyone was very positive that already lived here, and thought, well, our host sold quickly. We'll build a house here. If we don't like it, Worst case scenario, we can always sell and build or buy something else. We've been here just about a year and a half, and wouldn't dream of moving. One was availability. One was it was in our hometown, so we know the area and we know a lot of the community and the people. Like I say, it is our home to begin with. We like the small lots. We like the host plans that we had to choose from. We had respect for the builder. He was known to us to some degree, at least now better known. We wouldn't look outside of this area simply because family and friends and our social circle was here already. So. But really, in terms of the crossing versus, say, another subdivision down the street or down the road somewhere, it was the 55 plus community. We really like the fact that there weren't any young families. It's great to have young families, but we're kind of past that stage. So we like the 55 and up mature community, small lots, people are respectful, people watch their dogs. Yeah, that was our reasons, or some of them. If they're able to come and just spend an hour walking down the street, people will come out and introduce themselves. They'll describe what they have versus maybe what someone else has. A townhouse, single level townhouse or duplex versus ourselves. We have a single family home, separate, detached. There are manufactured homes, there are duplexes, there are apartment buildings to come. So there's a real variety. But for anyone looking at this area that can physically come and spend an hour or more, just like I say, walking around, talking to the neighbors, that would be the litmus test, in my opinion, that they would be pretty convinced, I think. Yeah, well, my husband and I are pretty laid back about that stuff. We sold our house within a day, lived at our cottage for a few months, and then rented one of the 1-bedroom, 1-bath duplex models here temporarily for 3 or 4 months. We were here every day of the build, so we were able to walk up, see what had been done that day. It was exciting to see the changes and the growth of the house as it evolved. We spent some time picking up just not litter, but the pieces of wood and stuff like that off the ground. And other people will walk by and say, "What are you doing that for? Do you have to do that?" And we said, "No, we just want to be part of the process, and it's just fun to be here and see the changes." So and then we moved from the little 1-bedroom, 1-bath duplex up the road, and some of the stuff, the clothes were still on hangers and in the bureau drawers. So like I say, we didn't have a pod to fill and empty or a moving truck or anything like that. It was we did it ourselves, and it was pretty straightforward stuff. We had downsized before we moved, so that made it a lot easier. Less stuff, still lots, but less.
For more information about this community, you can visit their profile at comfortlife.ca.